Hey, so in this video, we're going to be discussing some of the crucial metrics of digital marketing. These are some of the most fundamental concepts, some brilliant basics. You might have heard about these terms CPM, CPC, CPA, CTR. These are the crucial metrics, and these are pretty important if anyone of you is really starting out in this specific subject of digital marketing itself. They're really the fundamentals itself. So this is what we're going to be discussing in this video. Why are they crucial? Well, because these are the metrics that really help us to assess how well our campaigns that we are running, how well are they running itself, and how can we further improve them, because they really give us a direction. They give us hypothesis as to what could be going wrong as well. And these are absolutely important to understand the health of the campaign and also how to solve for whatever is going wrong in the campaign itself. Specifically for you, these metrics are crucial because these metrics are really the language in which marketers speak, right? So if you go to any digital marketing forums online, you look to any digital marketing blogs, and it is actually important for somebody who's just starting out in this specific subject to really absorb a lot of content. These metrics at times can seem to be a blockage that's not letting you learn or absorb all of that content. So this video should help in that. It's absolutely important for you to be fluent in these metrics, to be able to understand these metrics, but also eventually to be able to think and speak in these metrics itself, just like these three digital marketers here are doing. The CPM is too high, I'm afraid. How has our CPC suddenly increased? The CPA is killing us, just can't afford to pay so much to acquire one user, so on and so forth, right? So this is why we're going to be doing this specific session itself. So let's first try to understand what exactly does a usual digital interaction look like. Right now there could be a lot of different ways in which you might interact with ads, but let's pick up you interacting with a simple Facebook ad, right? So the first thing that usually happens is that the impression of that ad is served to you. An impression, in very simple words, is primarily the ad is shown to you, and in that specific instant the impression has been served to you, regardless of whatever you do with respect to that ad on your timeline. That impression has already been served to you. So that's the first step. Right now, an impression is actually not equal to reach, and this is a little bit of a detour here, but it's an important concept as well. So let's look at this. Well, reach is as a number, it is usually the number of users, the number of unique people who've been shown your content or shown your ad itself, right? Impressions, on the other hand, is the number of times that your ad has been shown to people itself, right? So just by an example, so for example, if your reach is 1 million, it means that your ad has been shown to 1 million unique people. But it could be that your reach is 1 million and your impressions are 2 million, which means these 1 million unique people have been shown your ads 2 million times, which means on an average, each person has been shown your ad 2 times, which is known as frequency, right? So you reached 1 million unique people with a frequency of 2 and your impressions were 2 million. Yeah. In simple words, impressions is really just as soon as your ad is served, as soon as your ad is shown to the people, an impression is counted, right? We're going to be focusing on impressions here. So that's the first thing that happens, that an impression of an ad is served to you. The next thing that happens is that you click on it. Yeah. Impressions are served to a lot of different people, many number of times, but the number of clicks from those are very little people actually click on the ads that are shown to them, right? So that's the next step. When you click on something, and usually on Facebook, when you click on something, that ad takes you to a website or to a designated place on the internet itself, right? So you clicking on it is the second important step in an interaction of an ad and a user usually. And the third step is that you go to that website, the page of that website loads. If it actually does not load, or you actually leave the website before the page loads, that is something which is known as bounce rate, but we'll just keep that aside for now. But say you go to that specific website after clicking on it, and there you complete a specific action that the marketer wanted you to complete. That action could be anything. That action could be you watching a video. In this specific case, the action is you actually buying something, right? So thank you, your order was completed successfully. This is the action of purchase that the marketer wanted you to do. And if we do this specific action, so you complete the marketer's desired action. This is the third step in this specific interaction itself. So the first is that an impression is served to you. The second is that a click happens, and the third is that you actually complete an action the marketer wanted you to do itself, right? This is pretty simple. All of you already know these three steps pretty well, right? Now let us start learning about crucial metrics. Yeah, they're pretty intuitive, pretty simple. Let us understand them, right? So the first step that we were talking about was that an impression was served to you, right? So say that I am the marketer and I'm spending rupees 1,000. In these rupees 1,000, I get 50,000 impressions, right? So my spend is rupees 1,000 and I get 50,000 impressions, which means that my ad was shown 50,000 times, right? The first crucial metric is that of CPM. Yeah, CPM stands for cost per 1,000 impressions, right? So just like its definition, cost per 1,000 impressions, that's exactly how you calculate it as well, right? It is really the metric basis which a lot of marketers primarily buy impressions itself, right? So in this specific case, what would be the CPM? So simple unitary method. Here I know that in 1,000 rupees I've got 50,000 impressions. So if I get 50,000 impressions in rupees 1,000, then I get one impression in 1,000 by 50,000, which is rupees 0.02, right? Simple unitary method. And it means that I get 1,000 impressions, because that's what I need to calculate. It's cost per 1,000 impressions. So I get 1,000 impressions in rupees 20, and hence my CPM is rupees 20, right? So that's the first very important crucial metric, which is of CPM, which is, okay, in how much money am I getting how many impressions? And CPM specifically is defined as cost per 1,000 impressions. In this specific case, it is rupees 20. Let's move ahead. Let's now go to the click stage. Right now, say out of these 50,000 impressions that you served to people, you got 5,000 clicks out of them, right? And here comes the next very important metric, which is the CTR percentage, or the click-through rate percentage itself, right? A click-through rate is basically the clicks divided by the impressions, which is out of every 100 impressions that you served, how many translated into clicks. Yeah, click-through rate, even the definition pretty much suggests that this is what it would mean. It is clicks by impressions into 100. In this specific case, if your clicks were 5,000 out of 50,000 impressions, it means your click-through rate is 10%, right? Which is 5,000 by 50,000 into 100. Yeah. So 10% click-through rate primarily means that out of every 100 impressions that we serve, we get around 10 clicks, right? So that's another important metric, click-through rate. And just because you already have clicks, another cost metric that comes in here is cost per click. So how much did I have to spend for one click, right? So that's again very simple to calculate. It is cost per click is equal to spend by click. So the spends are 1,000. I spent rupees 1,000, and for that, in that I got 5,000 clicks, right? And hence my cost per click will be 1,000 by 5,000, which will primarily be rupees 0.2, which means I spent 20 paisa on every click, right? That's my cost per click. Let's move ahead. Let's go to the third stage, which was results, right? So in this specific case, let's assume that the results are 100 results. So what happened was, in rupees thousands of spend, we got 50,000 impressions. Out of them, we got 5,000 clicks, and out of those 5,000 clicks and 5,000 people going to our website, eventually we got 100 results. In this specific case, a result is really the desired action is you paying for something, right? And you purchasing something. So 100 purchases we got, 100 results, right? There is a simple thing, which is the conversion percentage, which is primarily out of the number of clicks, how many results did you get, right? So results by clicks into 100. So out of every 100 clicks, how many translated into results? The way we calculate it is very simple. It's 100 by 5,000 into 100. In this specific case, it would be 2%, right? So 100 by 5,000 and percentage of that would be 2%. So out of every 100 clicks, we got 2 results, 2 people, 2 purchases we got, right? That's the conversion rate. And because we've got already results, we've got conversions, we also have something which is known as CPA, right? Cost per action. Cost per action is again very simple. I've got 100 results, I've got the spend of 1000, it will be 1000 by 100, and hence it will be, the cost per action will be rupees 10, right? So we've just seen the most important crucial metrics that are present out there. It's a very, very simple thing, but it is absolutely crucial to get right? A lot of digital marketers, especially when they're just starting out, 6 months, 1 year, while they know a lot of how to strategize, but they a lot of times are not very good with these very basic, very fundamental, very crucial metrics, right? So these are all the metrics present here. Just to summarize, what has happened here is that, the Facebook platform, we got 50,000 impressions, right? Which means basis these two, we calculated the CPM to be rupees 20. Out of those 50,000 impressions, 10% of those impressions led to clicks. So 50,000 became 5,000 clicks, and then 5,000 clicks, out of them 2%, actually, led to purchases, and that's why we got 100 results. And basis these numbers of impressions, clicks, and results, these 3 cost metrics are primarily calculated, which is CPM, which is related to impressions, the first stage, CPC, which is cost per click, which is related to clicks, and CPA, cost per action, which is related to results or actions itself, right? So these are the most important metrics out there. Now, basis these, let's just try to ask ourselves just a few simple questions, right? So the first question is this: the maximum money that your company wants to spend on a lead on the website is rupees 3,000. So you don't want to spend more than rupees 3,000 on lead, right? In this specific case, we've already understood that the desired action is not really an end purchase, but it is somebody just giving us their contact details, say email ID or phone number, and that's basically called a lead in digital marketing, right? So I'm showing people my ads, serving impressions, they're clicking on them, they're going on my website, and then they are just giving me their lead, right? They're becoming a lead of mine by filling out some form. So my desired action, the end goal in this specific case, is a lead, and I don't want to spend rupees 3,000, more than 3,000 on a specific lead, right? So the past conversion rate, clicks to lead, has been 9%. So we've been given the conversion percentage as well. And what will be the maximum money that you can spend on a click, or what will be the maximum cost per click? That this is what we need to find. So in this specific case, what has been given to us is that our cost per action is rupees 3,000. It cannot be more than rupees 3,000. And our conversion rate has been given to us as well, 9%. We have been asked the cost per click, the maximum CPC. We've been asked this number, right? So can we figure this out just by the data that has been given to us? Yes, we can. Let's see how do we solve this. Here, let's solve this simple question. So we've been given the conversion rate percentage. We've been given the CPA, which is rupees 3,000. And we need to figure out the CPC, right? So while we can apply a very simple formula and do it straight away, but let's just try to do it in a simple way so that all of us can understand, even the ones who are very new to it, right? In such questions, you can very simply try to assume a spend number itself, right? So for example, if I assume the spend number of say 2,700 rupees, right? If my spend is 2,700, for that spend amount, my CPA is rupees 3,000, which means for every action, I don't want to spend more than 3,000, which means in 27,000 rupees, I will get primarily 9 results, right? 27,000 by rupees 3,000, which is 9 results, right? Now, if I've got 9 results and the conversion rate is 9%, how many clicks do I really need? If I need 9 results and my conversion rate is 9%, how many clicks do I need to get 9 results itself, right? Again, while the answer is right in front of us, you can try to understand this. So conversion rate percentage, which is 9% in this specific case, this is equal to what? It is equal to results by clicks, right? And hence, and we already know that the results are 9. So what is clicks? Clicks is equal to 9 divided by 9%, right? Or which is actually 100, right? So you need 100 clicks. And if you've got 100 clicks at a conversion rate of 9%, you will get 9 results out of them, right? And we pretty much have our answer already. Why? Because if this was the spend 27,000 and these were the clicks 100, then my cost per click is what? It is 27,000 divided by 100. And the answer for this specific question would be 270. Well, simple unitary method. I would suggest do not try to apply formulas at this specific stage. Try to work it around using simple unitary method, because that will solidify concepts better than just applying formulas, right? It's questions like these that are asked in interviews at times because they really help the interviewer understand if you've really got the concept or not. Yeah. So this was a quick session on crucial metrics. Hope that helps you move forward in digital marketing.